Yes, yes, yes. You know, I was thinking about the word trust. You know, a couple nights ago, Wednesday night at Brigantine City Council, our esteemed mayor, Vince Serra, better known as Vincent, to a lot of the elder residents here in the city of Brigantine. Mayor Vince Serra talks about you got to give him trust and faith that he's going to fix this short-term rental fiasco. Remember, this ordinance is 23 pages of boilerplate and some extra magic thrown in for the hell of it. It's like throwing you-know-what at the wall. That new ordinance that all 7 voted for, the short-term rental ordinance with 2-night rental minimum, but both sides hate it. Both sides despise it, which means that it was poorly put together. Jeez. Anyway, so getting back to the trust thing. Do you really trust city council? Do you trust the mayor? Do you trust people that are spending your money, the tax dollars? Let me call to your attention, most of you have missed this story from the Press of Atlantic City going back to December 1st, 2022. You know, there's not much circulation of a newspaper like the Press of Atlantic City, and it's behind a paywall now where you have to pay to read it online. And not many locals either here in Brigantine. But just in case you were wondering about trust, about a year ago, the state of New Jersey did an audit and finds that Brigantine lacked adequate policies on nepotism and use of vacation time. And you know, there's more stuff than just that. Planning board. Do you want me to read a little bit? It's really a fine story by Selena. What's her name? Vasquez? Yeah. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. How's that do you? So according to the Press of Atlantic City, the city lacks adequate policies and procedures when it comes to the oversight of sick time, overtime, comp time, and nepotism. According to an audit issued by the Office of the State Comptroller, the city missed out on saving $191,000 by not participating in the state health benefits program. They have a $4.5 million deficit in its lifeguard pension fund. Must be a little uncomfortable because, of course, Mayor Vince Serra is a lifeguard, a former Brigantine lifeguard. And now he's the mayor of the city, overseeing a lifeguard pension fund that is in deficit by $4.5 million. Let's see here. Of course, at that time, city manager Jim Bennett said Brigantine takes its commitment to its residents and employees very seriously and works to act in their best interests. Most of us have no idea why Jim Bennett was shown the door. But it wasn't too long after this story broke that Mr. Bennett left. So was he the fall guy, Jim Bennett, for the insanity that happens on a daily basis for decades in Brigantine? What? Let's see here. So the entire PDF, Performance Audit of Employee Benefits, City of Brigantine, from Kevin Walsh, the acting state comptroller of the state of New Jersey. You should read that. You'll go to council meetings and planning board meetings with a whole different outlook on things. You know, it gets good. Brigantine has about 137 full-time employees, and they relied on some analysis by an insurance broker who has failed to calculate state health benefits program costs. There's other stuff here. I got to get more specific here. The city could have saved $116,000 in 2021 if it chose a SHBP Direct 10 plan, the audit found. So they saw some waste, a lot of waste there, poor management, poor procurement of benefits. In regard to nepotism, it's a good one. The city's superintendent of public works, anybody want to guess who that is? He currently also plays the IT director position as well. He kind of is responsible for making sure we can watch the council meetings. In regard to nepotism concerns, the New Jersey audit report found that the City of Brigantine Superintendent of Public Works, that's John Doring, he oversees his brother, a supervisor in that department, and completes his annual reviews. Let me read that again. In regard to nepotism concerns, the report found the city's superintendent of public works oversees his brother, a supervisor in that department, and completes his annual reviews. He also signed off on his brother's timesheets, which included overtime, according to the report. That's our Brigantine. And 99% of taxpayers in Brigantine don't see this information. The anti-nepotism policy. It's how about the underfunding of the lifeguard pension system? According to the audit, the city of Brigantine needs to start contributing $358,000 a year over the next 19 years to close the gap. The calculations of the liabilities, the plan's liabilities, and they were not current. What am I trying to get? A recently obtained actuarial report disclosed an unfunded accrued liability of $4.5 million. Can you see how important it is for everybody to step up and make sure that there's more transparency? Things are a lot more ugly underneath the hood with Brigantine and a lot of Jersey Shore towns where there's so few voters. That's the thing. Who's going to vote them out? They got a crew that can vote him in all the time. Even opposition candidates like a Rick DeLucre in the 4th Ward, they don't run anybody against him anymore. No wonder he's so quiet. Rick used to be the best. We hope he gets back in the game. $4.5 million liability, unfunded liability for the lifeguards. How does that make you feel, former lifeguard Vince Serra? You don't give two, come on. You don't care that much. Not really. And there's other, I went a little deeper into the report. I hope you don't mind. How about the director of personnel for Brigantine? 9 employees of Brigantine used 469 sick days leading up to their retirement. Testing found that 165, or 35%, of the used sick days were unsupported and valued at $57,000. Brigantine did not obtain the required documentation for retiring employees using sick leave, resulting in undocumented and potentially wasteful use of 165 days valued at $57,000. All this stuff not documented properly. Just the whole report's here. You can't trust them. 95% you can't trust. There's good people in there, but there's some bad people. How about this one? It's a very sweet deal for the Brigantine CFO, courtesy of us non-voting second homeowners. The chief financial officer of Brigantine, her contract allows for a payment of up to 1 calendar year or 2,080 hours of accumulated sick leave at retirement and allows a carryover of 50 vacation days per year. Do you see what they're still doing things that are really bad, extra bad now. They've been getting away with it, but we all allow them to get away with it. There's a lot of money here. Think about all that money. Accumulated sick leave at retirement, 2,080 hours, and carryover of 50 vacation days a year. What the hell? These guys need they need this audit. I think it's still going on too. Somebody should bring it up. And of course, her contract makes her eligible for that 2,080 hours of unused sick time, even though the law caps the payout at $15,000. Ms. Tosto earned 30 vacation days in 2021 and carried 50 over. That was 20 days more than allowed by 2010 law. Jesus. I'm telling you. And another good friend, John Doring. But the thing that I think that you need to be most concerned about is planning board activity. They're driving the bus. They have the steering wheel. And of course, who controls the Brigantine Planning Board? Anybody want to guess? Bueller? Sarah? That's right, Vince Serra. That form of government in Brigantine, Vince Serra picks, hand selects the planning board to his liking. Same thing with the school board. And he has full control of city council. But feel free to keep trusting him, even though there's investigations into how they run things. But nobody wants to say anything, but it's changing. Even the locals that have supported these nincompoops for decades, they're talking. They're saying, these guys have gone one step too far. Their stupidity is destroying our neighborhoods that we've been here for decades. And even little Vincent is turning on us. He's turning on us because we have video and years of him saying it's a process. I don't get things done fast. I get them done right. The world's most stupid statement. All right. Come on, Rick, get back in the game. Rick DeLucre, 4th Ward Councilman. We need a adult in the room. And from what I understand, you're a land use attorney, a very good one. And we need one real bad right now. All right? How's that sound?